Our next bout here at Valor Fights 41 in Elizabethton, Tennessee. Woo, it's a good one. It's Latral Perdue from Atlanta, Georgia, who comes in at 1-12, taking on Slick Nick Gehrts, 6-2 from the KMAA camp in Knoxville, Tennessee. Valor Fights 41, Vince Ferrar, Casey Oxendine, cage side. Our main event still to come tonight. Chris Wright Jr. against Dylan the Future Calla. That's our main event for the vacant Valor Bantamweight Championship. All right, let's go to the cage. Fighter introductions. Here's Jennifer.
Our next bout of the evening is in the lightweight division, brought to you by Chips Transmissions. First, please welcome to the cage, Latral Perdue.
Latral Perdue, first out. He wanted us to know for sure he's from Atlanta.
Yeah.
None of this North Carolina stuff. Latral Perdue, a 1-12, an independent fighter. He's taking on Slick Nick Gehrts. We know a lot about Nick. We'll talk about him in a second. But what do we know about Latral?
Well, I've seen Latral Perdue quite extensively. He's been in there with guys like Dustin Walden and Jonathan Pierce. Tough guy, very explosive, comes right out of the gate. You know, you saw it against Dustin Walden. He football tackled him right here in this stadium, but he did fall prey to the triangle, and most of his losses have come by way of submission. Now that's a place, an area that Slick Nick Gehrts knows extremely well. He's going to have to watch that.
And a lot of them have come early in fights as well. So Nick Gehrts will look to be dangerous, and Nick Gehrts certainly, he has a lot of ability, and of course fights out of that great camp, the home of Ovent St. Preux.
Undoubtedly, and he's his own man as well. Slick Nick Gehrts is a character in every sense of the word. He loves martial arts, and he competes in grappling, he competes in kickboxing, he does just about everything, and he, like I said, he enjoys it. A lot of guys consider it a job. He does, but he loves his work.
Yeah, he's had some unbelievably spectacular KO of the night finishes and some pretty crafty submissions as well. Perdue is in the cage. We go back to the cage. Here's Jennifer.
And his opponent, making his way to the cage, please welcome Nick Gehrts.
Slick Nick Gehrts from the KMAA camp in Knoxville, Tennessee. Slick Nick Gehrts, we've seen him in so many spectacular finishes. We mentioned that he's coming off of a win over Stephen New in only 57 seconds, and also a win over Stephen Hague prior to that at Valor Fights 30. Slick Nick Gehrts can do it all from so many different positions. Casey.
Well, undoubtedly known for his guard work, known for those heel hooks, leg submissions. We saw that battle between him and Stephen Hague that garnered them Fight of the Year. You got to watch those, man. Slick Nick can come out of nowhere. That's where that moniker came from.
Take a look at the tail of the tape. Latral Perdue and Slick Nick Gehrts in this professional lightweight bout at 155 pounds. Gehrts 9 years younger than Perdue. Gehrts 1 inch taller, and then the record advantage for Slick Nick Gehrts as a professional, pretty significant. Perdue weighed in at 154.4 pounds, Slick Nick Gehrts at 155.2. What do you expect from Slick Nick Gehrts here in this battle?
I expect him to get the job done in a hurry, like go after it, get after it. I think that Latral Perdue is a very dangerous individual if you sleep on him, and Nick Gehrts, he doesn't want to be in a bad spot.
And you mentioned the Nick Gehrts. He's got such a great personality. He's laughing and giggling, and he's a character. He takes it seriously, but he still loves doing it. You can tell.
Yeah, exactly. He's never out of character, even inside the cage. You see a lot of guys talk, smack talk, and then when they get inside the cage, they kind of, quieten down or whatever. I mean, he's talking throughout the fights. We've seen it time and time again. Now, and all that, we talked about the submission skills, but we can't forget that big flying knee knockout of the year over Tyndall.
Yep, Augusta Tyndall, and that was at Valor Fights 22 in Knoxville. So his hometown fans got a chance to see that. and then wins over Adam Hyde, also as a professional. Losses to Leo Perez and Andrew Tyson, but nothing to be ashamed of with those two. And also more pro wins over Robert Covington and Daniel Terry. Nick Gehrts turned pro back in 2014 and on the 2-fight win streak, looking to make it 3 straight in this pro bout, lightweight bout at 155 pounds. Look, goatee action for Nick Gehrts. He's in the cage. We go back to the cage at Jennifer.
This battle is scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds. First, out of the red corner, he weighed in at 154 pounds, holds a record of 1 win with 12 losses, and fights out of Atlanta, Georgia, Latral GYG Perdue. And his opponent across the cage to my right, fighting out of the OEB blue corner. He weighed in at 155 pounds, holds a record of 6 wins with 2 losses. KMAA in Knoxville, Tennessee, Slick Nick Gehrts. Your referee when the action begins is Nate Jolly.
Nate Jolly, our referee in this lightweight bout, professional bout. 3 5-minute rounds presented by Chips Transmissions. Latral Perdue in the white trunks, Nick Gehrts in the black trunks. Valor Fights 41, Elizabethton, Tennessee. We are cage side. Vince Ferrara, Casey Oxendine. Nate Jolly looks to both corners. Nick Gehrts says, yeah, I'm ready. No touch of gloves, and here we go. See if Gehrts aggressive early. Looking for that early submission or knockout. Gehrts hands down, Perdue as well, and they'll reset. Gehrts fakes that he's going to lean up against the cage. Yeah. Perdue wasn't coming, though.
I think that Perdue was already sort of confused coming out into this match to begin with, and Gehrts with those antics.
Yeah, he's trying to bait him in.
Well, again, we've seen it before. The flying knee, we talked about it. Augusta Tyndall.
Yeah, that went viral. It's a kick by Perdue.
Oh, there we go. Looking for the Imanari roll.
Crowd was like, what was that?
Oh, here we go, Perdue. Out of desperation, going for that takedown, Gehrts. Over under here.
Gehrts is laughing while having his arm around the neck of Perdue. Unbelievable. He's just such a character. With ability as well, by the way.
Yeah, here we go. Transitioning to the back of Perdue.
Hey, he's looking for it. He's looking for it.
Oh, here we go. Calf cutter, beautiful.
Nick Gehrts smiled, messed around, got him submission victory in about a minute and a half.
Beautiful. Let's take a look at that again.
What a job by slick Nick Gehrts. And another quick finish for Latral Perdue.
Yeah, I saw it, man. I saw him setting it up right there. He reached back through the calf cutter. Beautiful finish there. That is high-level jiu-jitsu.
And he's had a number of very unusual types of finishes. Slick Nick Gehrts knows what he's doing in the cage. And that's 3 straight W's for Nick Gehrts.
Yeah, man. Nick, you know, the UFC is coming here to Nashville. I think that Slick Nick Gehrts was trying to make a statement here tonight, but only time will tell.
Elizabethton for the UMass? You said Nashville.
Nashville. For the UFC. The UFC is coming to the state of Tennessee out of Nashville.
Yes. And that'll be a UFC fight night in April. And Slick Nick Gehrts gets the victory. Such a talented crew that he gets to work with and train with every day.
Yeah, absolutely. And they get to train with him. Also, you see his brother was out here with him as well. He is a tremendous grappler. Also actually lives in the Nashville area.
Slick Nick Gehrts for the victory. To officially announce Nick as the victor, we go back to the cage and Jennifer.
Your referee stops this fight at 1 minute and 34 seconds into the first round for your winner via calf cutter submission. Out of the OEB blue corner, Slick